Hey guys, Bam here. So GG just revealed all the new scarabs, so I want to talk about them a bit. I think what they did is super cool. First off, I talked about how they removed sextants, which was a pain to use every map and like every four maps and stuff like that. So I'm happy to see they change it to scarabs only. And there's some mix and match you can do with this, which is pretty cool. Also, you can use some of the same scarabs. So yeah, we'll talk about it. So the first ones are reliquary scarabs. So this is just like it was before, like adding the first one, just like adding unique items. But if you look at the others, they have something different. So we'll check this one. Unique monsters in area drop an additional unique item. So yeah, with as I said, you can mix and match them. So if you have a bunch of unique monsters, well, they all drop unique items. So maps that have more bosses than one, like let's say City Square, which has three bosses, well, they will all drop unique items. So, and you will see down the other scarabs that we can actually make more unique monsters. So yeah, this is super cool, as I said, because this is straight up a new end game. It will change a lot of stuff. So area contains the nameless here. So if you don't know what nameless here is, it's the guy from Affliction, not Affliction, sorry, from so yes, this is a guy that used to give you one unique from Affliction. So yeah, it was pretty fun to find him out. So now we can like force him. I think that's pretty cool. We'll see if like they nerfed his items and but for solo self found in general, this is like super cool. But also in trade league it might be useful too. Alright, now sulfite. So now we can force every master can be forced through a scarabs. Before 324, you could use it on your map device. Now it's no longer the case, but you can force it through a scarab. And then this one, 150 more sulfite. So if you're trying to delve, this one is super cool in my opinion. So sulfite found in map area release enraging fumes. Monsters affected by enraging fumes have 500% increased quantity. So if you were to like spec um into Nico or to gain the bonuses, you can also get some increased quantity on your map. So I think like this is something I want to work on. I will try doing something with this, but yeah, this is super cool. As you can see now, instead of just adding stuff to your map, it also like changes and replaces some other stuff. So yeah, I really appreciate the new scarabs. All right, for divination, so this is similar to what we had before, just the numbers are different, but now you can see 10% more divination cards found in your area for each different favorite maps. So which that means they talked about it. Well, you could run whatever map you prefer and just use that scarab and then favorite every single map that you like the divination cards from, and yeah, so that's pretty cool. Then here you can um, have 20% chance to drop it at full stack. So that means that it could be you could actually get like let's say a mage blood from so five apothecary cards from Strand using this strategy. So that's pretty cool. And as I said, you can normally you'll be limited to using only one divination scarab. Now you can use uh you can mix and match them, but if you look at the second line where it says stack size, under it says limit, the limit of two. So what that means is that you can use two of them, one of this and one of that. So that's pretty cool. Or you could use like two of them and some other scarabs too. It doesn't matter, but yeah, the limit one is it means you can only use it one of them in if it says one in your map device. If it says two, you can actually use. Okay, next torment scarabs. Area is haunted by tormented spirits. Okay, so pretty much just like it was before. And then now, as you can see, that's five more. You can the limit is four, right? So what you could do is maybe use three of them and then use this. The tormented spirits are replaced by unusual variants. Or you could use maybe two of those, one of these, and then this. Tormented spirits in area have 25% chance to be set free when possessed monsters are slain. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff you could do. So this is why it's super cool, and also why they remove some of the powers and change some of the powers from the Atlas to take into consideration the new scarabs. I've seen a lot of people say that Essence is dead, but we'll see that it's actually better than what it used to be. Anarchy scarabs. So again, like this is just straight up like what it used to be. Then Rogue Exiles have 30% chance to be replaced with a Rogue Giant. So again, you can see the limit. So if you want to stack two of those, you can have 60% chance to be replaced by a Rogue Giant. The last one, 50% should appear in pairs. So what that means is that you could maybe use this scarab, one of this and two of those, or two of those and one of these and one of these. Once you unlock your fifth slot on in the map device, but as you can see, there's a lot of stuff you can do, and you will see that you can also sometimes match those with some generic ones. Next, we have ritual, so rerolling favors, sorry, at ritual altars will be free for the first two, so that's pretty cool. And you have one additional reroll, so yeah, that's cool. So that means that you don't have to, like normally you had to spend a bunch of points. Now you could just run this, and if you encounter, if you were to encounter it, note that now scarabs do not guarantee, unless it says so, it does not guarantee the link mechanic. So yeah, again, unique is enemies slain at ritual altars grants 200% mer tribute, and this one increase favors. So yeah, if what I would say is that if you come up with a good item from the ritual altars and you what is it called? You differ it. Later on the road, you could like let's say on your next map, you could use this to get more favor to make sure you can grab that. Let's say you find a stack of 5 divines or something like that. You're unique that's in demand that's worth 8 divines. I don't know. Well, you could use this on the next one to guarantee it. So, but I'm not a fan of ritual aside of like super early league. But it's cool that we now have different options, right? All right, now for harvest. So again, guarantees sacred growth. This was a sextant that they just changed into a scarab now. And as you can see, life force drawn by harvest monster is duplicated. Of course, it has the 100% more life, but this is super cool. And then area contains the sacred grove. If area, sorry, contains sacred grove, it will contain one additional tier of tier of 4 seed of each type. Of each type. So yeah, that scarab's now insane. So if you make sure if you use this, you guarantee it though, because you don't want to waste it. By the way, you can still 3 to 1 scarabs, and now it will be random. So, but I think there will be some weighting into it. I don't know what the icon behind it means. Is that weighting lower than let's say this one, or is that one as the same tier, like the same weighting as this? We don't know. They didn't talk about it, so yeah, just know that yeah, some scarabs will be rarer than some others. Okay, bestiary again. Now this is just like using previously using Einor on your map device. This one, 5 additional red beasts. This one copies beasts. So every beast will be copied. And that one is super cool. Area contains the Black Morrigan. So we know that it will not drop TWWT. So the which was taken. It will not be, at least not be from this, but it might come from somewhere else. But yeah, this is super cool. We'll see what the Black Morrigan actually provide us. But yeah, this is a cool option. So if you were like doing B stuff in previous leagues, you can do it, but now you will have to use scarabs for the most part instead of sextants. Okay, now this one is pretty cool. So you can add Shaper and Elder. Those are especially good early on, before anyone has like any Elder or Shaper bases. So it's something you could do. And now, like influence monsters pack have 40% increased pack size. So this is where I said that you could combine it with the other stuff, because influence monsters could be influenced from any stuff. It doesn't need to be Elder or Shaper. T14, and that's the big one in my opinion. T14 maps found in area have a chance to drop a Shaper, Guardian, Elder, Conqueror, Unique, or Synthesized map instead. So, like, if you were super juicing into getting a ton of map, imagine using that Scarab. How OP it will be. So, in 324, I will probably do a League strategy, a Atlas strategy, sorry, with this. It looks totally insane, but again, as you can see in the background, is what Winged used to be, so I don't know how rare they will be, but yeah, it's super cool to see this. A Harbinger, again, just like giving you more Harbingers, and then rare, so that one is pretty insane. Harbinger in area drop rare currency shards, and Harbinger drop a single type of currency. So what that means is that once you encounter a Harbinger and they start dropping something, it will be only from that shard. So for sure, we will see a clip of someone dropping a bunch of mirror shards. That will happen this league. That's guaranteed. But do not count on it, of course. But yeah, this is so cool. Imagine like starting your map with this scarab, and then yeah, you get a mirror shard. Imagine how much currency you will get. That yeah. Of course, it's super RNG, but still. The first line, rarer currency shards, it is still promising, so we'll see. I mean, even if you get like exalted shards, like getting a bunch of exalted shards or annual shards, like it's still super rewarding in my opinion. So yeah, this is a cool scarab. Next, Harbingers have 50% chance to be replaced by powerful Harbinger. Keep in mind that you can spawn more Harbinger into your map with the Atlas, so that's pretty cool. And then imagine getting that and then getting it duplicated. I don't know how much like this scarab will be at, but if it's super cheap, it could be it could be worth running every time you go deep into Harbinger. If not, maybe some corner cases. I'm not sure. But still, it's pretty cool duplicating whatever you get. Okay, now for the Abyss. So again, we force Abyss onto this Scarab. 75% increase monsters. 50% chance to drop additional rare with an Abyssal Socket. So in previous leagues, Abyssal Sockets weren't super cool, but I mean, like getting more of them, every once in a while you will get a good item. Especially like in the first few days of the league, if you're able to get your hands on this, I think it will probably make some crazy items. So we'll see about it. Uh, oh yes, that one is cool. Abysses that do not lead to an abyssal death lead to a Stygian Spire. So yeah, if probably something similar to what we had last league with Magic Fight, but not never to the level of what it was. And abysses in area spawn hordes as they travel. Again, this is a new icon for scarabs, so we don't exactly know how rare they will be, but I think in general the first one will be way more common than the one after it. And this is the big one I wanted to talk about. So people were freaking out about essences, saying that essences were nerfed, which is true because now you will no longer be able to get like shrieking tier of essences from the white maps. But aside of that, I think it's superior actually. So here we have two additional essences. So that's pretty cool. Essences have a higher one tier higher. So this was previously on the Atlas. Now it will be a Scarab. Using a random conversion area will only result of in upgrading or transforming essences. And this is the big one. So what that means is that it will either it will all upgrade the essences, but also if you have like purple essences, it could transform into corrupted essences. So yeah, this scarab will be insane for farming essences. And then all rare monsters in the area are imprisoned by essences. I think this could be crazy return. But we don't know how rare it will be, so yeah. But I really like the changes to essences and to all the people who are freaking out about the nerves. I actually think this is a huge buff to essences because you have to remember you also have the Atlas tree. All right, domination. So to shrine to additional shrines, remember again you can combine it with the Atlas passive, so you can like get two buffs from a shrine instead of single one. That's pretty cool. Borrowed power always helps you like zoom faster and stuff like that. So or kill harder monsters. Um, Unusual shrine. So I don't even know exactly what are the unusual shrines, but that looks cool. 30% increase shrine buffs increase experience. So I think this will be the new meta to get a ton of EXP because they say shrine buffs also grants 30% experience gain. So that means that you will be able to stack a bunch of increase gain experience and increase gain. So yeah, this in my opinion will be totally insane for EXP and probably the best way to EXP. And then shrines are guarded by an additional map boss. Modifier to the final map boss also apply to these guardians. So I know there's a node on the Atlas that gives what is it? Wisp buffs to your map boss. So combining that with this scarab could be pretty cool. But as I said, we don't know the wing version or where there will be some, but still like just having the option is super cool. We have a whole new like late game, end game stuff, which is insane. Okay, so now for Alva, again, the first one will just like before, where you could use it on your mat device. Now it needs scarabs. 12 to 16 additional packs. Now we get to the cool ones. Area have a, oops, sorry. Area have a 35% chance for all monsters to be at least magic, and 15% increase pack size. Carnal Architect slain in area will drop a itemized temple. So yeah, this I'm not sure because like we have the memory of reverse incursion. So if you want the items from them, just use that instead. But the second line could be something cool. So itemized temple drop in area are generated based on current temple layout, but with randomized room tier. So that means that you could get like target specific items. Let's say you want a pair of gloves with the pure art mod. Well, you could do that. But we'll see about it. This requires some testing, but I really like the idea. I'm just saying, like, if you want the items, I think in general the memory of reverse incursion is would be better. But we'll see. Okay, betrayal again. We force June. Next, 150% increase intelligence. Again, this will be super useful for getting your safe houses faster. Will mean you run more of them, so you get more EXP. We don't actually know exactly what the new syndicate stuff will be, so that's something that's pretty cool. Immortal syndicate members have 50% chance to be accompanied by reinforcement. So again, like just more June interactions, so it is pretty cool. And defeated immortal syndicate targets in area have 50% chance to drop an additional scarab. So this will be pretty cool in my opinion. And just look at the limit. It has two, so you could guarantee a scarab every time you do this. Of course, it will probably still be weighted, but yeah, this is pretty cool. It might be worth running it if it's cheap enough, but as I said, since it's as the wing background, I don't know how rare they will be. Okay, next we have Blight. So again, guarantees Blight. Chests have 20% chance to be openable again. And blight oils found in area are 1 tier higher. Again, borrowed like it was from the Atlas last league. Now it will get it from these scarabs. And the last one, Blight encounters area have 3 additional unique bosses. Unique enemies in Blight have 100% increased life. And tier 14 blighted map found in area drop as blighted ravage map instead. This is totally insane. So again, we don't know how rare this version of the scarabs will be, but like getting a bunch of blighted rare maps, not blighted, blighted ravage maps will be insane. It will probably change the price of blighted ravage maps. But yeah, this is pretty cool, especially if you really enjoy Blight or if you're just a newer player in general, like doing Blight is super rewarding. So yeah, I really like this one. Again, we don't know the rarity of them, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, now this were all the ones that we had 4. We went over the one that have 3. Now to the super cool stuff, the one that have 5. And the reason why I say it's super cool is that there's no way to actually use 5 of them, so you will have to pick up what you actually want to do. And also you will see some have limit 4, so it will be super cool to work with this. Normally, like for Breach, there was like one strategy or two maybe that you could do. Now I think there will be a lot of them that will come up. So the first one has 2 additional breaches. And as you can see, the limit is 4. So you could be using 4 of them just to spawn a bunch of breach into your map. But you could also like add only 1 or 2 or 3 and use it with another scarab. For example, you could use 3 of those and then 1 of these, which is breaches in area will always belong to Cholula. So that way you have at least 6 breaches plus your Atlas points to Cholula. So imagine how good that will be. But you can see there's some more stuff that is even more cool. So you can guarantee a breach lord. So what you could do is maybe cut another one of these, and 2. So now you're guaranteed 4 breaches plus the Atlas stuff. All will be Chayula, and Chayula will be in each of them. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Next we have more splinters from monsters and collapse ends. Again, the limit is 2, so you could use 2 of them. But normally, I think you will only use 1 because, like, in my opinion, those 2 are so good that I don't think you want to skip those to get this. But yeah, there's so many ways you can go about it. And now breaches in area have 5 to 10 additional class ends. And class ends in area are guarded by a rare breach monster. So, and you have to remember for quality of life, they fixed the clap stems. Now you no longer have to click on it, thank God, because it was so annoying. Because sometimes you had like monsters in between the item for it, the clap stem. So now you just have to walk over them. So yeah, we'll see how it works out, but it looks super cool. The one at 5 looks super interesting to me. And we'll go to the next one, which in my opinion, is the coolest. So cartography scarab for 50% increase map in area. Again, it's a limit of 2. Map found in area or a tier higher up to T16 though. So you cannot guarantee T17 with this. It only goes up to T16. So I'm not sure about this one. But early on, I think you should probably use every single cartography scarab of ascension you get just to get your atlas progression faster. Unique map will drop from the final map boss. So I sadly you can no longer get a Cortex from this because Cortex will only drop from synthesized maps. But still, I think that's pretty cool. Non-unique maps found in your area are corrupted with end mods. So I know like super juicer people will want to run this because like this is now your way to get 8 mobs maps. So yeah, that's a cool one. And also maps found in area have 30% chance to be duplicated. So I don't remember exactly which one it was. It was from Elder and Shaper stuff. Yeah, here. Like 340 maps on area have a chance to drop a Shaper any Guardian maps or unique synthesized map. So you can see like mixing those with these could be super cool. So that's why I'm hyped about this. It looks super cool. As I said, a lot of new strategy will come up with this new way of interacting with the end game. Okay, next we have Ambush. So 5 additional strong boxes. 50% chance for stronger boxes to be openable again. 75% increase effect of explicit modifier on strong box in area. So yeah, this could be a big one. You could get way more stuff from this. So yeah, that's a pretty cool one. Area contains many additional strong boxes. Area embedded or lying in ambush. So pretty much like now, it used to be an infuse crafting from the bench, I think. What it called. So now all the monsters will be in strong boxes instead. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then strong boxes are more likely to be a rarer rarity. So yeah, that's really cool. It really changes the strong box meta because they remove some points into your restless, but still, it will probably be super rewarding again. Okay. Next, we have expedition. So guaranteed expedition. 100% more number of runic monsters. So that scarab will be super useful in my opinion. Especially if you can guarantee um expedition from your atlas because now you can guarantee it without even blocking stuff. So imagine, and you can use two of them. So more runic monsters uh, means more logbooks. 20% more explosive and explosive range. I'm not sure about this one to be honest, but maybe. Expedition encounter in area are led by Danig, so this is insane. No matter what you want to do, like Danig can always swap your currency around, so it will always be the best, uh, the best master from Expedition. So yeah, this one is insane, and but we don't know how rare it will be. Remnant in Expedition encounters have 2 additional suffixes and prefixes, so be careful with this. Even though you will probably get way more stuff from your expeditions, you could actually get a bunch of immunity too, and also the mobs from expedition will get super tanky. Probably more tanky than they will be in logbooks at the end of a logbook with all the modifiers. So just be careful with this, but having the option to use this is super cool. Okay, next we have Legion. So again, the first one is just to force Legion. You get an additional Legion. Legion faction area have 5 additional surgeons, so that's pretty cool. So to get a bunch of a bunch more stuff. General. Personally, I don't like spamming generals, but maybe here again, similar to the breaches, uh, Legion encounters in area will always contain the Maraket faction, so similar to Chaeola for breaches. Legion monsters in area can be broken up out of stasis multiple times. So I don't know how this will work, like what does multiple times means, but it's super cool. And like let's say you have a super high DPS and wide AoE, maybe you will spawn like infinite monsters. We don't know yet, but I'm hyped to to test this out. So yeah, we'll see what multiple actually means. Maybe it only means an additional time. I don't really know, but we'll see. All right, now for Beyond. So this I think will affect a lot of MF players, but we'll see. So slaying enemies together in area can attract monsters from Beyond, so guaranteeing Beyond on your map. Beyond portals have 30% chance to increase merging radius, and you can actually use 2 of them, so we'll see. Again, beyond bosses in area are enraged on full life. Beyond bosses area drop 100% increased tainted accuracy. So that's a super cool uh, scarab for SSF, but also for trade it could be worth running it. And beyond portals have 30% increased chance to spawn a unique boss. Item drop by beyond demons in area are corrupted. So I'm not fan of getting corrupted stuff, but maybe if you're super into it and you spawn more uniques and stuff like that, maybe you can get some cool implicit on uniques. We'll see about it. In general, I'm not a fan of it. The best example was Ultimatum from last league. All the corrupted items were pretty much garbage. And yeah, so we'll see. But for me personally, it's not a good scarab. Unique monsters slain in area create 8 to 12 portals. So yeah, this is super cool, getting so much more beyond portals. But again, this is a weak version, so we'll see. Okay, now for ultimatum. So guaranteed ultimatum. Ultimatum grants 150% increased experience. But the experience okay, but this is not what we're looking for. Ultimatum grants reward as thought you completed 2 additional rounds. So that's a pretty cool one. So you get access to more catalysts, more stuff that are in demand, like maybe some wing scarabs, but now they're no longer called wings, but you understand, like that's a cool one. And by the way, you can actually use 2 of those. So that means that you could start at the reward could start at like level 5. So if you want to farm catalyst, I think this will be one of the best one. Ultimatum in area will always lead to unique boss. So wish we had this last league when I did 200 ultimatum without seeing the freaking trial master. And no, I didn't allocate the cannot spawn a boss. I just got super unlucky and paid like 10 or 12 divine. After that was someone else who got it. But I wish we had that last league because to me this was the worst challenge, finding the uh, ultimatum boss as the trial master. Okay, next ultimatum in area will only offer catalyst as rewards. So as I said, like here and here, like you could do some crazy stuff. And ultimatum encounters rewards in area offering catalyst will offer inscribed ultimatum instead. So you can see like you can combo them together. And yeah, for like for last league, so for affliction ultimatum, we're not an ultimatum, sorry, inscribe ultimatum were worth a ton because people had to do at least 10 of them for the challenges. And also there was a recipe, you needed to do a 5-to-1 recipe in order to get the challenge done. So that's why like the inscribe ultimatum were super at a super high price, no matter what the reward was. It will probably not be the case this league, but I mean you could get a cool inscribe ultimatum every once in a while. So yeah, I'm super happy about the changes to ultimatum because to be honest, the ultimatum last league was pretty bad. Um, you could get lucky every once in a while, but in general, the like what you needed to do an ultimatum in map T16 was pretty crazy. You had to be super tanky, be able to do a bunch of different mods, and then the rewards were lacking. So I'm happy about the rework to ultimatum, but we'll see if it's actually worth running next league. Okay, Delirium again. This used to be a sextant, now is a scarab. 100 faster reward meter. That's pretty cool. Delirium encounter also generate 2 additional reward types, and just remember you can look at the limit. Here we have 2, so you can use 2 of them, and they're here again, so that will be 4 additional reward types. Delirium encounter in area contain all unique Delirium bosses, but can only be used on T11. But of course, you want to use it on a later tier. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So to farm unique items from the unique bosses from Delirium, that's pretty cool. Not sure it's going to be worth a lot, but at first, that's really cool to get to be the first ones to get the uniques pretty much, and you can sell it at whatever price you want. And maps found in area have layers of delirium. So yeah, again, I was talking about maps. So you could guarantee, like, if you want to be super focused on maps, you could guarantee getting a bunch of maps, and all of them will have layers of delirium. So that's pretty cool. I really like mixing cartography scarabs with other stuff. Okay, now this is like generic scarabs. I don't know how rare those will be, but they're all super cool. So 40% increase magic pack size. So of course every single magic finder will probably use this. 4 additional packs with mirrored rare monsters. I'm not sure about this one, but maybe someone will come up with something cool with it. Area contains 40 to 60 additional cluster of mysterious barrels. I'm not sure either. I've never been a fan of barrels, but it's cool that we have access to this. Contain hunted traders. To be honest, I don't even know what are the hunted traders, so I'm not going to talk more about this one. Hopefully, someone in the comments can help me out. And portals to area, 50% chance to not be consumed on use. So this is super weird. What that means is that you could stack up a bunch of players that are like, you invite them to your party, they come into your map, and then you uninvite them, and then there's a bunch of people that you invite back, and maybe you get more than 6 players into your map, and for like super high end EXP, as I said, there were scarabs for EXP. Maybe this could be used. I don't know exactly. I don't think you want to use this on a super high-end map that you choose to a crazy level to be able to have more portals to this. I think like abusing it the way I talked about it will probably be the meta for it. But we'll see. But just having that is a cool thing because like it will open up to some weird stuff. All right, and now to the horned scarabs. So remember, so Gigi talked about those. Those will be super, but super rare, and will probably only come from Ubers if I remember correctly, Uber maps. But they're all crazy what they do. So the first one, all monster packs in area are at least magic. So I, this is probably one of the best scarab ever. All monster packs. That's crazy. And remember you can combine it with others. Rare monsters have at least 2 additional modifiers. So again, crazy. Other scraps are not consumed on use. I'm not sure about this one because like when you wanna like super juice your map, you wanna use that slot. So you have to use this to be able to keep the other scraps. So maybe it will be used, but like this is the least interesting to me. But still, you could save because you could be using like those scarab and then use that one. That way you're not losing them. But I don't know. This is weird to me. You can select one imbued crafting option on your map device, so that's pretty cool. I don't think if they got out all the imbued version yet, but we'll see about it. But yeah, this is at least super interesting. All rare monster in area have at least 1 reward modifiers, and player modifiers to item rarity and time quantity do not apply in area. So this is against the MF characters. So please do not use this on your MF character. But that's a good way to MF for non-MF characters. So that's cool. Like having this option is really cool. Players in area gain increased rarity and quantity, 200% and 1%. That will stack up. So that's I don't know. Like Gigi talked about this. Like they said that they don't think that MF characters will want to run this, but and it will be it would be to catch up for non-MF characters to catch up to MF characters, but I'm not sure about this because they said like it will be used on a super juice map and maybe the MF characters will not be able to, so this will be more for the super high-end characters that have a bunch of like millions and millions of DPS. But we'll see. But just having this in the game is cool. And monster packs in area 50% to be replaced by a random Atlas boss. I don't know what they mean by Atlas boss, but in general, I think like it's could it be like Searing Zork or Eater of World or stuff like that? I don't actually know, but and modifiers to the final boss also apply to these Atlas boss. So yeah, this will get to something crazy. There will be some really stupid clips of like insane maps in this league. I'm super hype about the changes. So this is it, the full list of all the scarabs now available. Yeah, this is insane. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think I've ever been this hype about some changes they did to the league. Pretty much the cool thing is that since it's new, everyone can mix and match and find some of their own strategy. So yeah, Hope this was a bit helpful with the information about it, but I will link this into the description of the video. And as always, take care, guys.